actually went to Y.E. Smith School right around the corner. My grandmother lives about 3 blocks that way. My mother and my father live about 6 blocks that way. And a couple years ago when I was growing up here, it was not a good place to live.
I actually remember when this actually was a bad neighborhood. Now it's actually turned into a good neighborhood. So it feels good to come back and able to see that.
The first day we started, there's 2 other houses going up around here, and it's almost deafening, the sound of the hammers and stuff going on. So it's not just one house. I mean, you can see these 3 going up right around the corner. There's 2 that were dedicated, last week, and it seems like Habitat has, taken a lot of effort to make sure that it's sort of a community.
His family stays really close also, and within a few blocks, everybody's like right here. So our support system with our help with our kids and just everything is just right here.
I'm happy that there's investment back in the community of East Durham. East Durham, on the outside, has one perspective. On the inside is a totally different perspective.
We always would say to each other, we should volunteer for Habitat. We just always thought it was a great idea, and we just never did it until our good neighborhood friends, Tony and Teddy Brown, started the first Pay It Forward house.
Well, the original idea was Teddy was stepping down as chair of the Habitat board, and I wanted to do something to honor her. What she cares about is she cares about Durham, and she cares about Habitat, and she also cares about her various communities of friends. So the idea was to put something together that would be good for Habitat, good for Durham, and to connect those communities in a unified effort.
Then at the end of that, both Grace and I had great experiences with that. They hosted sort of a commemoration party there and said, well, let's not have this stop here.
Tony instituted this idea. His dream is to build 10 houses in 10 years, all of them Pay It Forward.
Before we kick off each of the Pay It Forward homes, we try to have a opening dinner. So we had it at our house, and Carla and Bernard and the kids came, and that was really fun.
Bernard works for the siding supply company that provides the siding for a lot of our homes. And, he came out to deliver.
I met Denisha, and, I seen her at a job site one day, and we started talking, and she started telling me stuff about Habitat and stuff like that.
He had asked a couple of times, or inquired a couple of times about how does the program work, and I encouraged him. So now I am helping to lead in building his home for his family.
When we found out that she was leading this project for this space, it was just like it was destined to be ours.
I would say it could have been anybody else in the world, but it was her. Habitat is the best thing that's came in my life, and like you said, own a home and be able to save it for your kids.
We've also really, really enjoyed working with the homeowners. I think that's just a magical part of Habitat.
Working with the homeowners is honestly the best part of the job. You get to work beside them as they work towards building their own house. And so you see the joy that they get out of doing small tasks, yet those small tasks carry so much weight for their life, for the lives of their children.
It will help the family grow, in their independence. So I think that's a tremendous impact. And again, they have a yard to play in and a garden to grow.
The biggest factor I think for owning home for me is creating a stable environment for my kids. Somewhere they can always come back to. When they go off to college one day, they'll always say, I'm gonna be the parent that keeps their room exactly the way they had it when they left.
As we think about kids being ready for college or career, they have to have a home. They have to have a safe place to live. They have to have a comfortable place to live. And families are very important back to success of children. And so we're very happy that Habitat is investing back in the community.
You're helping to transform somebody's life that will potentially help to transform your life later on.
You realize how much, this is why I'm getting emotional, you realize how much selfless people are. And it makes you want to do more, It makes you want to reach out and help out more, because it's like these people want something good for you.
house has to be started to get those volunteers involved. You've got to have a house to start building, and that requires, you know, financial contributions.
I see the same faces out here, you know, sometimes every week, and they are such positive spirits, and nothing that could play the role they play in our lives right now.
Yeah, one of the great things about Habitat is it becomes very personal. You can talk about the Habitat's impact globally, you can talk about the Habitat's impact on Durham, a neighborhood, but all you have to do is look at this street and see 3 houses going on, and you're talking about Habitat's impact on the street and on 3 families.
We couldn't think of a better way to spend money on investing in families and, you know, investing in Durham.
I just can't express how blessed we feel and how happy we are.
You're able to do life with the homeowner as they're building their house, so you get to know what they're going through, what their kids are like, and their kids come on site and you get to spend time with their kids and develop these relationships. And you realize that Habitat's not just building houses, it's something so much bigger and better and almost indescribable.